Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Fantastics podcast. It's a pleasure to have you here. My name is Renz, and I'll be going on this journey with my brother, my friend, my co-host, Bubu Elkun. Bubu, how you doing?
Well, I'm good. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, world. Welcome to our podcast.
Yes, it's going to be fantastics, and it's going to be fantastic. Why? Because it's not just about us, it's also about you. You get to, express yourself, bring out the coach within yourself. You get to explore. You let us know, you let the world know about your knowledge of the game, and generally have fun. And don't forget to go at the opposition fans. Give them banter for banter, lamba for lamba.
Yeah, sure.
And don't let them breathe. According to a certain president, let the poor breathe. But we are not going to let opposition fans breathe.
Please, this is football.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is where football lives. This is where the fans live, and this is where the fan tactics lives. So we are going to generally dive into the matters arising. The season just started. The league just started across the various countries in Europe. The English Premier League, which is primarily our major staple here in Africa. We watch, of course, majorly the EPL, but also a lot of La Liga because of Barcelona and Real Madrid.
But there's something people don't seem to understand is, if you watch the German Bundesliga, you might not want to watch the Spanish league any longer.
Well, there's an argument that the Spanish league is very boring due to the monopoly of the big boys.
I know. Another thing is access to watch these matches.
Yeah.
Because DSTV can give you the Premiership, can give you La Liga, can give you the Serie A.
Okay.
I don't know
about
that, and even if I know it, I can't say it here because I can't be giving.
Okay. I get you. So generally, the season has started. We are going to be talking about the major teams, the major moves that have gone down. Of course, matches have started. Points have started being accumulated. The first match week, second match week is come and gone. The transfer window is open, but for about a week more. So let's start with the transfers. If you were a manager, Bubu, let's say with a manager's eye, look at the big clubs, the likes of the Manchester, the Arsenal. Why did I start with Manchester? The likes of the Man City, the likes of Arsenal, the likes of Liverpool.
Let's start with the Manchester. The red hat of Manchester. Well, Ten Hag. Well, how many players have United bought this season?
They have they bought Ziggy from Bologna. They bought Delete and Mazarawi from Bayern Munich. So generally, those are their major signings.
Have they offered any player?
Not significantly, but McTominay recently. There was a deal that was agreed for McTominay recently
to PSG.
Napoli actually. So he's headed for Napoli. Sancho is here and there.
I heard Chelsea is in a mix to get him.
Chelsea
like a swap deal between
they might swap. Yeah,
that's Sterling and Sancho.
But talking about Ten Hag, I know, let's not derail. We are talking about transfers, but man, you bring back a player into the fold. You say you're going to be important this season, and then all of a sudden he's still in the transfer market. But that's just for another time. So generally, that's how Man U's transfer business is looking like right now. Do you think there's any area of their squad where they need to reinforce before the window closes?
I think United need to have cohesion. It's not all about trying to get players in.
Okay.
Man U has the squad.
Okay.
Sancho stays or he goes, they have the squad. Man U just needs a Rashford to give them 20-25 goals per season.
Okay.
He has not hit that form he had 2 years ago. That's the problem they're having presently. Because Bruno Fernandes is he plays today, the next day is missing in games.
But I actually think he's one of their most consistent players.
He was years ago. But I don't know about now.
Not now. well.
The young man that went to play in Euros, Marino.
Okay.
That young guy that scored one of the goals in the FA Cup final last season.
Okay, Kobe Maino.
Yeah, he has been one of the shining lights for that team.
Yeah, that's true. I think the young guns, Maino, Garnacho, they have stepped up. But wouldn't you think a left back? I know they have signed them in the past 2 seasons. They have signed.
They sold Wan-Bissaka to West Ham, right?
Yeah.
Have they got a replacement for him?
Well, they have Dalot. So I think, and they got Mazarawi. Mazarawi is a right back by trade. So
okay.
I think they are well stocked in that position. The problem position primarily for Man U, I think, is the left back. Shaw is not sure. Shaw is always injured.
I think the problem with Ten Hag is I don't know if he can't spot players that can play multiple wings. Okay. That's the edge an Arsenal and City have. Where those two teams, their back four are simply centre backs that can alternate.
Okay.
And they do it very well. I don't know if he doesn't have trust in his players.
Okay.
And I don't even know the motive for bringing a delete.
Okay. Well, everybody is wanting a centre back that can play out of the back. Take the ball from defense into midfield, start attacks, give accurate passes from deep and all that. So probably that's the motivation behind getting someone like Delete. But I don't think that Man U squad is complete yet. Why? Let's look at it this way. Now, like I was saying, Shaw is always injured.
Okay.
And that's left back. Very important position. You don't have somebody that can replace him effectively. They got Malacia from the Dutch league and he's also injured. I don't know if they have
even the
left back problem.
The young French guy they brought to play.
So
Yara.
Okay.
He got injured in preseason, so it's as good as it's going.
So that's crazy. That's another thing. What's the matter with injuries? What's the injury matter? Injury.
Well, America is very hot, first of all. Let's put that. And preseason, maybe Ten Hag has changed his pattern of training. We don't know yet.
No, but I don't think it's even a problem from this preseason. They have always had injuries. Last season, but
they just bought a player that got injured.
Yeah, no, one of the mitigating factors, or one of the factors that warranted him getting a second chance was that he had a lot of players injured last season. The likes of Rashford, how do they call that their striker? Højlund, Homlund.
But
what is their names?
Do you realize that the owners of United explored getting another coach?
No, they did.
Just because they couldn't get what they wanted, they allowed.
There's a saying now, the devil is better than the...
Before we came on the show, I told you that a United replacement is already on that bench.
Oh, wow.
One of their former players who was a coach in one of the teams
in the Dutch League.
Let's leave it like that.
I don't know. Again, Man U and Dutch League. Right now, in Man U squad, you have over 9 players. When I say over, it's not like it's over 9 that have either played in the Dutch League or that have played in the Dutch League at one point in their career.
I guess Ten Hag is more...
He's biased.
Not biased. Maybe he feels more at home.
With Dutch players. In England. Okay. No problem. Let's move on from Manchester United. But before we go, I would like to ask Man U fans, do you think Ten Hag is going to survive till Christmas? Well, you can let us know in the comment section. We'll move on to other teams.
Chelsea.
When I say Chelsea like this, my mind will just be doing...
Presently, how many players do Chelsea have signed to them?
It'll be like 50.
How many have been told to look for new clubs?
I won't lie to you. As a Chelsea fan, I have mixed feelings. Mona no vex.
You guys are playing.
I have declared my allegiance already.
You're playing. Which tournament are you playing this season in Europe?
It's too early now. It's too early to start. You want to press my neck? Wait now, we are playing conference.
Are you traveling or you are playing at home?
No, we are traveling.
I saw one graphics where Chelsea Football Club went to play Conference League in one of these Eastern European nations, where the football field has a train passing.
See,
but I want to tell you something that will shock you, which many Chelsea fans don't know. Chelsea and Arsenal are rivals, but they're not bitter rivals.
Okay.
But Chelsea and Arsenal have one bitter rival, which is Tottenham.
That's
the enemy of my friend.
The enemy of my friend is my
friend.
I don't understand. The enemy of my friend is my friend of my enemy.
At all.
See, don't come and confuse us on this podcast. Anyways, Chelsea, like I said, as a Chelsea fan, I have mixed feelings.
You still want to sign Osimhen? Have you forgotten? Sterling has come out and is criticizing Enzo Maresca.
My mental health has suffered because of the signings. I mean, I just go online.
Chelsea has 7 keepers, you remember? 7 goalkeepers.
No, you for say we feed starting 11 when be only goalkeepers. So that you just tell us that we have 11 goalkeepers.
Chelsea has a squad that can play in the Championship and win promotion to the Premiership.
The squad get bench.
Yes.
And they get the one who still play Premiership.
Have you seen the Chelsea football bus?
Which bus?
In England it's double decker, it's triple decker.
No wahala. Chelsea fans.
Let me even ask you.
Yes.
Where do you see Chelsea this season? The match against Wolves yesterday was... Chelsea played well because Wolves were poor.
A team that has beaten us the last 6 streets to Wolves.
Yes, Wolves have been beating Chelsea.
Yeah.
Reasons best known to Chelsea why they allow Wolves to beat them. But yesterday, Wolves were very naive because they just felt, let's get at them. It is all about Chelsea had better players yesterday and Wolves were very poor.
You think it was their poverty? Because I think they went toe-to-toe with Chelsea for the first half.
That was where the problem started from. And by second, yes, the Italian coach saw and said, okay, fine. You want to come at us, we'll hit you. Okay. I don't know, that's your player they call MJ. You guys will have to do something about him.
Which one is MJ? Mary Jane.
Mr. Jackson.
Oh! I beg, let's get back to the transfer business. It's crazy. As a Chelsea fan, I can tell you categorically that I wish Chelsea will receive a transfer ban. Maybe like 2 years.
No, it's coming.
What's with the signings?
I don't know how they're navigating the FFP. But the long-term contracts they give is how they're using to navigate it.
Yeah.
And I'll take my time and go and read on how they are escaping it.
No, they say it's amortization.
Yes, because they're giving a long term.
They use mortar, take one.
Fine. So are you expecting anybody in Chelsea before the transfer window ceases to?
No, actually, I would say, as a Chelsea fan, it's an unpopular opinion.
Okay.
But I don't think Chelsea needs a striker. Nicholas Jackson's skill set is so unique. How
many strikers do you guys have?
So we have Jackson currently on our roster, right?
You
want to roast us.
One guy
so you're asking me about our roster?
No, you bought one guy that missed an open goal on Thursday night. I remember.
Mark Q from Barcelona.
I don't know him. I've never heard of him before.
Hi.
Let's go to another team in the top 4.
Wait. What do you mean? No, I'm not going to take it. Which one is? Let's go to A team that finished in the top 4. Chelsea's not a big team.
You remember?
A team that finished in the top 4.
See,
God,
in one of my football WhatsApp group today, I said something that I don't normally agree with Chelsea fans. They will just banter each other. But give Chelsea their respect. In the last 15 years, they've been the most successful English team in Europe.
I would have, said, nice one, but you have something coming after that. So
2 Champions League.
Yeah.
2 Europa Leagues.
Yeah.
My team was trashed in Azerbaijan.
Oh yes.
I remember
in
that
Baku.
night. That night I couldn't sleep.
Massacred.
In those 2, they couldn't even win the. Did they win the Super Cup?
They won the Super Cup. What do you mean?
Against which
What
team?
do you mean? We won the Super Cup.
Which team did you guys
play? We won the Super Cup.
I know you won.
What do you mean? You're telling us that we did not win the Super Cup. What do you mean by that? Look. Please, don't insult us. There is no trophy on offer that Chelsea has competed for.
In the past, I mean. There's this saying that I get money before.
I'm about to fight somebody here. What's this?
Let's talk about Liverpool.
Liverpool. Well, Liverpool have a new coach.
New manager from the same Holland.
From Holland. What do they have for Holland?
Well, they tend to have good coaches. And their coaches tend to come and fade out fast.
Well, talking about coaches.
Have they signed any player?
They haven't.
This guy from Royal Sociedad, Zubimendi.
Zubimendi mend them.
Yeah, he turned down an offer.
Yeah.
Maybe because Moreno was going to Arsenal, they didn't want to lose the 2.
I don't think it's about the club. It was about the player.
Yes. The club played a very big part. These San Sebastian players that have roots, sentimental, just like Bilbao. Bilbao will never buy any player that is not from the
Spanish.
Basque. No, from the Basque
player.
Yes.
Okay,
So
I've heard that.
So even those mixed
race players,
like
they have to be born or raised in the region. There.
So that's how it is.
Well, I don't know.
And it has not helped that team grow the way the team should have gotten to.
Because of that.
Yeah, because they tend to have money to buy good players, but they can't because they sell well.
Yeah, they do.
But they can't seem to buy who they want because of that thing.
Well, Liverpool. I also read currently that they are negotiating with the Fluminense DM to Andre.
From Brazilian League?
Yeah, from Brazilian League to show up that their problem position, which is the defensive midfield.
Van Dijk.
Do you think they can go far this season? Do you think
the season is just starting. They have a new coach. He didn't really change much in the team.
Okay.
Mo Salah at 32 is still playing fantastic. Other big players at his age are either playing in Saudi Arabia or MLS or somewhere. But he's still the best winger in the Premiership presently. Still scoring for the past 8 to 10 years.
For fun.
The opening day he has been consistent in scoring. So Liverpool, fun. I still tip them to finish well.
Top 4.
Yes. They finished 3rd last season, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so they still have a shout in it.
Well, do you think they need to get somebody through the door before the transfer window closes?
Presently, I read something online. The guy is a writer in one of these local Liverpool
magazines or
newsletters and papers. He said the rate at which Liverpool are selling their youngsters is alarming. Majority, about 3 or 4 players from the guys that beat Chelsea in that have been sold, and he's wondering why it's happening. Liverpool doesn't spend big normally. Why do I say so? Liverpool is the kind of club that if they need a particular player for a particular position, they go and get that player. Liverpool's turnaround came when Coutinho was sold to Barcelona, you remember?
Yeah.
That money was used to buy Alisson and Van Dijk. Because Jurgen Klopp said these were the kind of players he needed to click into what he wanted. If you notice when Firmino left, they didn't feel it because Jota was always coming out and going out of the team because of injuries. So when Firmino left, he was okay. They had Diaz was there. They bought the Nunes of this world. Remember when the Senegalese guy left to Bayern Munich, Mane?
Yeah.
They could still cope. Because, there's a way a team plays. When one player leaves, every other person takes up that responsibility, or they tend to change the way they play.
Okay. But it's not just about the team now, because a new coach comes in. There are new ideas, generally, right?
Well, if you notice, if you watch just their first 2 matches, it didn't really tweak anything from the way they used to.
I think they are more possession-based now than before. They play around with the ball more. They keep the ball more.
Because he's a Dutch coach. Okay. They have the same similar ideology with the Spanish coaches, holding the ball. Yeah, hold the ball, take you out of positions, and just move around.
So you're still saying that Liverpool can get by without signing anybody?
They would sign.
They won't.
They would sign.
They would.
But we don't know who they will sign. But they will sign.
Last season they produced Endo out of nowhere. So
do you know why Endo was bought?
Why?
Because your team played a fast one on them.
The way you always like calling it my team.
And the player
you have plans.
Do you know the player they bought?
Who?
His name starts with a C, from Brighton.
No, of course. It was not the only one. We gave them pick 2.
Then they took that guy from Southampton. What's his name again? Lavia.
So,
but Enzo came in and played better than both of them together.
Who?
Enzo.
Which Enzo? Or the Endo?
Endo guy. Sorry. Enzo is you guys.
Well.
Overpriced player.
Well.
So let's talk about Arsenal.
Arsenal. So that's your team.
I'll be asking you questions now.
Your team.
Where do you see Arsenal after 13 games?
Well, as much as I would not be able to bear the proud din from Arsenal fans, I think they might actually get over the line this time. I think Arsenal can win.
What do you think is the difference between this season, last season, and 2 seasons ago?
Experience, which is very key.
Because the young team has been together, they are growing together. That left back, as you were trashing on United, has always been a problem for Arsenal. That Ukrainian guy, I call him
Zinchenko.
I call him Zinchenko.
Okay.
He's not good defending. Going forward, fine. Because 2 seasons ago, he was one of the people that cost us the Premiership 2 seasons ago. That match against Liverpool at Anfield, after we were leading 2-0.
Yeah.
Gabriel Jesus and Martinelli. Then Salah scored 1. Then the equalizer was when Trent Alexander just put the ball under. It does, what name do they call it in football? Nutmeg. And even when he was subject, he was crying because he knew he messed up. Then the last season, coaches were targeting him. That guy, get at him. Because Timber couldn't play all through last season because he had an ACL in the first match. So right now, Arsenal has solved that place by Timber and Californi that came in. For right back, we know that White is there and the Japanese guy is there. Tomiyasu is there. For middle, the good thing about the center is any of those 2 fullbacks can invert. And the way I've seen this season, that Ukrainian guy will end up playing left midfield in the long run.
No, I think the idea of getting Zinchenko was not for his defensive prowess per se. Coaches that are all about keeping possession, they know just utilize this guy in increasing the numbers.
But if the statistics shown was he gave the ball more than any other Arsenal player last.
Okay, gave the ball away more. So probably somewhere to upgrade on, but I think it's not just about
his market value is not as much as Kyrgios. Arsenal is in the mix for Lookman right now.
Which our Lookman?
Yes.
Are you serious?
From news outlets in Europe, Arsenal gave Kyrgios and 40 to 45 million.
Oh wow.
That was why this deal to PSG
has stalled.
Now they said, okay, everybody wants him. I haven't heard the City wants him. I had the Liverpool one. You know, he wants to play for Liverpool before.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. He has played for Leicester. Wow. He has played for.
I thought he was just
he has been everywhere.
Wow, a total.
Even as far as he has played in Leipzig.
Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm. I know he went abroad to see if there'll be a breakthrough.
I think this is one of his last big contracts he's trying to pursue, and a team that actually can challenge for something. Atlanta was a miracle last season. You understand? He just entered for them, and let's see how they can perform in the Champions League this season. Because Champions League season is going to be tougher than normal. It's a Swiss motel.
I personally don't think he needs to move, but we'll get to that when we get to Eagles Watch, because we'll be talking about our Super Eagles players who are playing in Europe, who are abroad, those that are moving, those that have moved, and those that need to move. So, Arsenal, you're saying Arsenal is well placed. In
my own opinion, I think we need a striker.
We need a striker.
And Nketiah is likely going to go to Nottingham Forest or Crystal Palace. It depends on which of them is willing to mop up the cash.
The money.
Because Marseille came in with an offer, but Arsenal didn't want it. Because you know, when you sell your academic players in the FFP books, is a profit.
Pure profit.
Pure profit. Like Emil Smith, pure profit. Wobie back then was pure profit because they came in through the ranks. That's why, as much as I try to, I want to banter Chelsea. They are the number one net
profit guys.
They know how to go about that thing. I don't know how they extract money from people, but man, they are good at what they do.
So, Arsenal, I just have one thing for you though, because
not for me, for the team.
No, it's for you because you always say Chelsea is my team. So let me also equate Arsenal to you. I have one thing for you. If you win, it's fine and good. You have been on the trajectory of victory. But if you lose, Arsenal fans hide, because we'll be there to laugh. Well, that's our own. They have already said, let's go to the top 4 teams. I chested it.
But where are you on the table presently?
It's too early.
I know.
It's too early.
Last season, you didn't go beyond 10 until some teams had to dash you 2 points and you ended up finishing. Where did you finish again? 7th or 8th or something?
6.
And the guy that started making you guys play well, you allow him go.
Yeah, I did not allow him go. Don't say I allow him go. I was not the one that allowed him to go.
Oh God.
Well, like I said, let's keep it on track. I don't want to, it's not about Chelsea. It's about the game. So, well, like I said, I don't know about the striker for Arsenal because the way they play, the requirements for a striker for coaches are different. But I think just the way Guardiola folded and got in Haaland, just for the pure art of scoring goals, Arsenal could benefit with, a striker that could bury chances.
It's not just any striker. Why Haaland could work well for a team like City was he knows how to drop in and move with the flow. It's not the typical point man that just stays there and says, pass me the ball.
But I think he is. Haaland is one of the worst.
No, I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Watch the way they play. Haaland knows how to drag the defense out very well. He's very good at doing it. Look at last season. He was not as prolific as 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
But last season, City played around him and other players see like a folding now.
Yeah.
They ended up finishing as PFA Player of the Year.
Yeah.
If it was just strictly Haaland, Foden wouldn't have scored. City scored a lot of goals outside the box last season.
But I don't think it's because of anything special Haaland did. City were already a phenomenal team without Haaland. They were great. I mean,
but they didn't win the Champions League. They didn't win the Champions League until he played for them.
No, it's just what did he do in the Champions League final? Nothing.
In
the final, the business end of the Champions League.
There's something you need to understand about how a team plays, right? A player can take a team to that final, and that final, other players now come
do the job.
Look at Arsenal versus Barcelona in 2006. Ronaldo. What happened? It was Eto'o and one Belletti.
Yeah,
that scored those goals. Ronaldo was non-existent in that match.
He wasn't non-existent.
No, I'll tell you, no. The way he was hyped before that match, you would think he would be the one to score goal with his head, his hand, his leg, and everything.
No, I think the comparison is kind of
why?
True. Because Ronaldinho gets much more attention. He commands more. I'm not saying Haaland does not command fear or attention, but an average defender can mark Haaland. What makes Haaland phenomenal are the chances that are put on the plate for him.
I beg to differ. Not an average defender. A Saliba. You know what he did to him last season?
I don't know why he always goes back to Arsenal every year. It's Saliba. So right now, looking at the teams, the squad now on ground, who do you tip a change of guard? Do you think Arsenal will keep Man City to the title?
If Arsenal doesn't win, City wins it. Simple and short.
So you don't think anybody else can spring the surprise?
Nah.
The likes of Tottenham.
Arsenal won that match against Aston Villa on Saturday, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Because of their depth. Those two teams, they have depth. Trust me, they have depth.
Okay.
Where they can pull out one player and bring another player and you won't feel it. Remember, this guy from Barcelona is back. That German captain.
Okay, Gundogan.
Gundogan is back. So imagine that City.
But they still don't have cover for Haaland. So, and you're saying
but everything about it is, as long as he's fit, he plays. Once he's not fit, Guardiola knows how to go out. See, Foden can be a false nine. Even the same party boy and Jack can be a false nine. They have a way of, see, you know, a good team is a team that plays without the ball, and City are very good at doing that. City will not have, you can't have the ball for too long when you're playing against City. They'll come at you. Have you seen them train at all?
No, of course.
You know those what we used to call those monkey posts?
Yeah.
Where you've been, you know, they have a way of compacting it where
the rondo.
Yeah, they hold you tight. See, Guardiola's rule is if you lose the ball, get it back. If you can't get it back, your teammate should help you get it back.
Generally, that's everybody's rule these days. Pressing is now.
But most teams cannot do it.
Yeah, it's all about, you know, Guardiola is on another level. When you look at it that way, that's why his teams, he's able to communicate football in a way that gets his players executing those. Klopp was another person that got that the art of pressing. Pochettino's Tottenham was another good team at that.
But they tend to fade out towards the end of the season.
And then I think Hansi Flick. No, it's all about the game. You know, when people, sometimes the quality just tells, I have superior players. We go at ourselves for an hour and then somebody has to fold. So it's all about those things. But generally, some coaches just know how to set it up.
We all say Arsenal,
Man
City, but it's a marathon, so let's watch.
Yeah, that's.
By the time they play 10-15 matches, you'll be seeing, okay.
And you're asking me, where is my team on the table? But you know it's a marathon.
No. Chelsea.
No, don't go to Chelsea again, please. We're just having another call. It's a marathon. Let's end it there. We'll take a short break for now. And when we come back, we are going to go across the channel. We'll be discussing other teams that are not in England. Because whenever we are in England, Bubu takes it as an opportunity to press my neck. Why? Because I bet I'm poor and now I don't get property. But don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. It's still the Fantastic Podcast and we are here having fun.
Okay, we're back. Sorry about the first segment about the whole.
Don't apologize for bantering. It's why we are here. Banter is welcome.
Now we are going across the channel and we're going to talk about the Spanish League, the Serie A and the German Bundesliga, and a little bit about France and all. How do you see the Spanish League? The deals done by the top three clubs, Barcelona, Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. And Seville, because they bought a Nigerian player, you remember?
They bought Nigerian players.
Yeah,
remember?
Two,
yes. So they got senior man and they got
junior man.
Junior senior man and junior man. So actually, they got two fantastic players from,
fantastic players.
Fantastic.
You're using our podcast.
No, they got two fantastic players. Yes, because Fantastic is the Nigerian team, and those players are from Nigeria. You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it. So yeah, they got two Nigerian players among some other smart signings. But I think the surprise package of the league this season is going to be Atletico.
Yeah, they got players that I'm surprised their clubs allowed them go. Alvarez from City was. It got to a point he was a backup to Haaland and he became a first team player.
Yeah.
Guardiola had the way of making him and
he just had to accommodate him. But I think that was due to De Bruyne's injury.
Yeah, then
so
he going to Atletico Madrid. Then the Chelsea guy. Gallagher. I still wonder why Chelsea sold that guy. Maybe they're trying to balance the books, but he's left to Chelsea. And
the most annoying part of that I'm sorry I'm taking us back, but Atletico wanted to sell a player to Chelsea for 40 million euros.
That Nigerian guy, right?
Yes, Omorodion.
He ended up in Porto for a three-quarter of that amount.
That's crazy.
Well,
that's crazy. But let's not go there. Because it's another whole rip-off of English teams and their money. But that's fine.
The truth of the matter is, what English teams are doing to the continental teams and their fellow English teams is what they are doing to them presently.
Oh, okay. Well, it's their luck. I think Chelsea dodged the bullet, but letting Gallagher join Atletico was a mistake because that's a player that rarely gets injured.
How do you see that Atletico team? Because they beat Girona yesterday 3-0. And Girona were runners up. No, they finished third last season.
Yeah.
But they had a chance of winning it last season, but
the lack of experience and everything. Yeah. I think Atletico are going to, I won't say surprise because they have won the league before. So they have the ability to go all the way once again.
With an experienced coach that's been there like forever.
For like ever. That's the most stable club in Europe. They have had their coach we are almost calling him the Ferguson of Spain now because, man, he's in control. He's in charge. You have to see the way they rebuilt the squad.
Rebuilt their stadium and everything.
Their stadium, back the coach. He's the highest paid coach in the world right now. So generally they have the environment to go all the way and they have garnished their squad.
Do you know that Atletico is I feel they're one of the few Spanish clubs that will walk into the EPL, pick a player and take the player back to Spain.
Well, they have done it before.
They did it for Trippier.
Yeah, they did it with Trippier. And Gallagher was saying recently that Trippier's counsel is one of the things that made his decision easier for him. Trippier had only good things to say about his experience in Madrid and with Simeone. So that's something. But I think Atletico can go all the way. But
what about Real?
Real are the kings, And
Mbappe, free transfer. Hendrick, they bought him, let him stay back. Now he's there. He scored yesterday.
Of course. It's just a matter of time. Madrid are like inevitable. You just have to hope, injuries like the injury to Bellingham now
how long is he out?
Well, we don't know yet, but you just wish it might work in your favor. But no.
What about Barcelona? Let's wrap it up on Barcelona.
Barcelona are here and there, honestly. They even sign players they can't register. Olmo is there. Olmo can't get in the
It's just
squad.
unfortunate that they messed up everything as regards their finances. Wrong buys in the past, the continuous, in all the players, the Osman, the Dembélés and all.
Yeah.
Sevilla, one word for Sevilla.
One word for Sevilla. Allow Senior Man make it ball. And of course, Chinedu Ejuke is another guy to watch out for. I was saying we're going to talk about that on Eagles Watch because those guys are players that are stepping on the radar. You step into this kind of teams and people start noticing
Eagles, they don't have manager. Don't forget that. So what about the German Bundesliga?
Well,
do you think Vincent Kompany will perform a miracle and win that Bundesliga back? or Alonso would do a double again?
I think what happened last season was the one-off. I don't think those kind of stories you can repeat them, but I am not discounting the ability of Xabi Alonso as a fantastic coach. He did marvelously well, but I think people start figuring you out a bit. So we just let the season go by and then we can pass verdict on him, because then you can know if he's somebody that can build a dynasty on himself. Like, my ability is okay to get me through jobs and I can deliver come what may. Company will also be wanting to prove himself. He's highly rated. His Burnley team played excitingly
but
well,
they were relegated.
No, they won the championship at a canter without stress. But when you step up to the Premier League, there are big dogs in that place and you might get drowned.
So let's go to the championnat in France.
No Mbappe.
PSG has won 2 straight matches with crazy goals.
Yeah.
We thought Marseille would do wonders, but they ended up drawing yesterday after winning 4-1 or 4-0 in their first match.
Game.
The former Brighton coach.
It's a marathon.
Do you think he would change the landscape in France?
I think as a tactician,
or Luis Enrique is too much for him.
No, I think De Zerbi has the ability to upset the system.
Okay.
What he has to do is build the right team. Okay. So, can he get that?
Well, that's the challenge. He signed a certain Mason Greenwood.
Okay.
He still has a certain Aubameyang. If Aubameyang is still playing for them.
I think Aubameyang has headed to Saudi Arabia.
He has gone to Saudi.
Yeah. So
okay, good.
He still got some exciting deals over the line, but I'm saying it might be too early for him to topple PSG, because Enrique has a season under the belt. He just had to garnish his team. He just had to,
Don't you think PSG is playing with better freedom now that
Mbappe's? Of course. I won't lie to you.
Now you can't seem to pick any player in that team. They're all playing
as a team,
a well-oiled machine.
As a team, star players have their advantages and disadvantages. They might single-handedly win you games, but they also make you one-dimensional. You are predictable. Your opponents can just say, let's put 4 players on this guy, and the others don't have that sense of responsibility, like stepping up. They just want to give the ball to the star player and keep him happy. But with Mbappe going, let's move. I think PSG can actually go further in Europe, because it's about Europe. It's not even about the French league.
Yeah.
They have dominated the league and it's like a normal thing for them now. So let's see what Marcel can do on the home front, but all eyes are on Europe. Let's see what Enrique can push PSG to in Europe. And then
so the matches for this weekend. We have a lot of matches this weekend. In the Premiership, we have top of the table clash. Very funny top of the table clash.
Will you say it's top of the table?
Yeah, for now, for this weekend.
It's just a big match.
It's just a big match. Arsenal versus Brighton.
Yeah, it's top of the table.
Then
we actually United. I thought you were talking about United versus Liverpool.
United is playing Liverpool, right?
Yeah, on Sunday.
Which other big team? City is playing West Ham. If I'm correct.
Yes.
So Arsenal versus Brighton. What do you see? Early kickoff. What would I say? How many goals do you think will come out in that match?
I think both sides are going to get at each other, and I think both sides are going to concede because they take risk.
Is it an Arsenal straight win, or an Arsenal to score 1-2 goals?
I would say Arsenal will still win the match because of. That's Arsenal.
So it's a straight win for Arsenal.
It's a straight for me. It's a straight win.
What about Liverpool United? Is it a Liverpool at home or United at home?
It's United at home.
At Old Trafford.
Yeah.
So what do you think? How many goals do you think will come out in that match?
I know.
Do you think both teams will score against each other?
I don't think United have what it takes to breach Liverpool's defense. So
you're not saying Liverpool to score and win the match?
I think Liverpool.
Or a straight draw?
Well, one thing I can't also discount is that when Liverpool comes to town, Man U brings their A game. The rivalry is, eternal. So it's kind of a close call, but you expect a low-scoring game. That's one of the things.
Is it going to be Not more than 2 goals to come out of that match. Is that what you're saying?
I won't say no more than 2 goals because it could still be a 2-2 draw. So I would say, well, I'll still say it's a low scoring game, but I would say not more than 4 goals. Shouldn't be more than 4 goals.
That's
and
why
I'm saying it's
4
4
goals
goals
is too much.
Why I'm saying 4 goals is because I think they'll match themselves. So I score, you score, I score, you score. We might see a draw.
What about West Ham City at London Stadium?
Of course we know what happens. All day, any day, City is just stepping on anybody that comes. I don't think they are yet to see somebody that will. Maybe when Liverpool and Arsenal come around, we might finally see someone that challenges, City's dominance. But aside from that, I don't think there's anything serious. But of course, we should watch. We should keep an eye on Arsenal, Brighton. Like you said, they are top of the table right now, and don't take it away from Brighton. They are playing exciting football. Their coach is just 31. Remember, hustler, and he's a hustler. He has set up his team to actually take a step up from where they were before. So well, let's see how that goes. Another game to watch out for is Newcastle and Tottenham on Sunday. That should be around 1:30 p.m.
St. James Park, right?
Yeah, St. James's Park.
There'll be a lot of goals in that match. 3 goals, I can show you.
Well, both teams are teams that like to go all out. We don't care about defending. I think Chelsea are also becoming a team like that
Chelsea
now.
Playing who?
They are playing Crystal Palace. That's at Stamford Bridge. So
Chelsea will win the match.
I don't predict Chelsea fans more than others, but
Chelsea
I don't predict for Chelsea anymore.
Which other one
so
again?
Well, across the continent, you can also watch out for games like Atletico and Athletic Club. So
is it Athletic Bilbao?
Yeah, Athletic Club Bilbao.
That means Madrid is at home. I think Madrid.
No. Bilbao is at home, so they are going to the home of Athletic Club. Lazio is also playing AC Milan.
At home or away?
No, Lazio is at home.
Milan lost to Parma last weekend.
Yes.
And Milan started badly.
Not badly per se, but
badly. They drew their first match.
Yeah, they are not there yet.
Okay.
They are not there yet. They play in phases, some good minutes and some bad minutes, so you never can tell. There's also Leverkusen versus Leipzig. That's on Saturday. Another big game to watch out for. And then Madrid plays Real Betis. That's at the Bernabeu.
It's a straight win for Madrid in that match.
Sevilla goes with Girona. Juventus play Roma.
Juventus will beat Roma.
You think so?
Yes.
Something is cooking.
They will beat Roma.
Okay. And then there's Lille versus PSG. So those are stuff to watch out for generally. And that's how the weekend shapes up. Let us know your predictions for the various matches in the comment section. Let's see who you think is going to win what. And for those that are on one bet or the other, drop short odds for boys in the comment section so everybody will benefit. You know as it goes. So that's that for the games. Watch out. We'll be going into the streets to catch up with the fans and to discuss with them to hear their opinions on their club's progress or what their coaches can do better. Don't go anywhere. Stick with us.
We hope you join us next week because we want to do this on a weekly basis. Please don't forget to follow us on all our social media handles: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Spotify at Fantatics
Podcast.
Yawa. Thank you for joining us, and we appreciate you all.